If you are not using these habits, then you will never be able to quit social media, or you will always be a slave to social media without even realizing it, and you will always be selling your attention to all these people that are making business and are making sales with your attention. Because when you're in social media, the only thing that is needed, it is your attention. And when you start scrolling and you mindlessly scroll for 1 hour, 2 hours, even a day, then you are selling your attention. I'm your mindset coach, Coach Katrina. I help you rewire your brain. I also help you understand how your mind works and show you the patterns that have repeated in your life for so many years and have kept you stuck in your life. For example, you have continuous negative thoughts or negative thinking, which you think that, oh my God, this one will never end and this is just me. We have tools to show you how to be able to navigate through these negative thoughts, what are the patterns causing these negative thoughts, and how you can move from the negative thoughts to the thoughts that you want, that is the positive thoughts, or the thoughts that can build your life and can make your life better. This way, it will help you become a better person individually and also professionally. I'll be giving you 7 strategies that you can foster them into habits to help you quit social media or manage your habits on how you handle social media for you to be able to use it to help you and also to be able to use it in a healthy way. The first strategy is something called dopamine effect, which comes and which is produced by your brain. So for you to really understand, you have to realize that already you have been getting this dopamine effect from the social media apps. They have been giving you this dopamine and your brain has been producing it whenever you get on these apps. And also remember, your behavior and your perception has been changed through you scrolling these social media apps, and that's why it's so hard for you to quit. Now, what is the solution here? The solution is understanding that your brain works through automatic habits. And since these are automatic habits that whenever you get in social media, it takes you so many hours to get out of those apps, or maybe it gets a certain decision, maybe because you are at work and you know there will be consequences, so you finish work, but at the same time after you finish work, you go back. The solution is understanding first how your brain works. And as I've told you, it works through automatic behaviors. And if this has been an automatic behavior, then how can you change it now to be able to get dopamine effect from somewhere else, which is not social media? And this you can start in small steps. You can ask yourself, what is it that I'm passionate about? Do I love games? Do I love listening to music? Do I love going to plant trees? Do I love herbs? Do I love cooking? After you get what is it that you are passionate about, start there. If you love cooking, sign up on cooking classes where you can go and occupy yourself. You can start cooking and you can start building your dopamine from there. If it is games, if it is music, the same way. And this is just the first way to start rewiring your brain. There are so many other ways that we can help you. And if you seriously want to go on this journey of knowing how to regulate yourself or quitting social media completely, then you are the person that I'm talking about. So if you're seriously saying that I want to know how I can quit these socials without going back there, I'm your mindset coach, Coach Katrina. I help you rewire your brain. I help you understand how your mind works. And I assure you that your mind does not control you. Instead, you are in control of your life once you know how. I also show you the cycles that have repeated in your life and have kept you in the same cycle for years and years. And with this, once you identify the cycles that are and the patterns that have kept you in the same place, then you are able to make changes easier, and you're also able to make changes permanent. This will lead you to thriving individually and also thriving professionally. So if you are there and you seriously want to change your life for the next 3 months or maybe 6 months, because it will be a process, book a free consultation call with me in the link below on the description. The second one, they use a psychology of persuasive. And how do they get this? They get the information from the scrolling speed. Yes, your scrolling speed, the likes, what is it that you like, what is it that you subscribe to, what is it that you download. And once they get all this information, they know this is what you like, and they tailor specific things to you as an individual. And whenever it is that you get on these social apps, they tailor it to you. So this is what they know, it is what you want to see. So whenever you are scrolling, you only see the things that you want to see, and you think, oh, I'm just getting what is it that I want to see. No, it's the psychology that has been used to help you continue giving them your attention so that you don't get out of those apps. Now, the solution to this is very crucial, but at the same time is very tricky and not easy, but you can manage it. First is bringing the awareness in your mind that whenever I get into my favorite social app, it is not about me, but it is about these companies trying to keep me here. So if you're going to look for something, go specifically look for it. If you need help with something, go look in that specific account, and after you are done, get out. Because that is now where you start, because now you are going to be specifically, if it is something, if it's a lesson that you wanted to get, or if it is something that you wanted to read in a certain account and it is something that is helping you, you go, you read, and then immediately you are off out of that app. The next thing, you have to be able to occupy your brain so that it doesn't keep on nudging you to go back. So once you are maybe done using the social, you can keep yourself busy doing something else that can occupy the brain so that it does not return you there. And there are other tools that we can help you with. I'm your mindset coach, Coach Katrina. I help you rewire your brain. I help you understand how your mind works. And I assure you that your mind does not control you. Instead, you are in control of your life once you know how. I also show you the cycles that have repeated in your life and have kept you in the same cycle for years and years. And with this, once you identify the cycles that are and the patterns that have kept you in the same place, then you are able to make changes easier, and you're also able to make changes permanent. This will lead you to thriving individually and also thriving professionally. So if you are there and you seriously want to change your life for the next 3 months or maybe 6 months, because it will be a process, book a free consultation call with me in the link below on the description. You're going to get a link there. Book a free consultation call. The third one is, you have to understand that these apps are like They are not even like, they are drugs. Remember, when you have likes, you have hearts, you have somebody comes, likes your photo, gives it a heart, subscribes maybe to your channel and all that, and you think this is how I'm approved, like this is what they call approval. And with this approval, it comes with a short satisfaction, making you feel that, oh, I'm approved and I feel good, but leaving you wanting more. Because now you will want to post more, or you will want to go now see more good things, or more of whatever it is that you have gotten the short approval from. Now you will want more and more, and you will want to go in those social apps to get that more and to continue building that excitement, because the brain now has already gotten that excitement from that short approval. It wants more and more and more. What is the solution to this? The solution is, you have to realize that you don't get approval from the likes, from the hearts that you receive. Those are just for the system, but they are not for you as a human being, thinking that if somebody does not like my photo, or if somebody does, I have less followers, then I'm not loved. You should differentiate between that is how that system works, but there is a life beyond that system of social apps. That is the first thing that you should know and you should be aware. Next thing is, work on yourself to be able to know, even when I get on those social apps and I don't get any likes, or I get less likes or less people subscribing or doing, it doesn't equate that this is who I am as a person. So that is a habit that you should start implementing, because it's not going to happen overnight. You have to practice it daily, and also to practice it whenever you are using those apps, and to remind yourself of that. The fourth one, you have to know that the design layout of these social apps is not human friendly, because whenever you get in whichever app is your favorite, once you start scrolling, you don't get to the end. The only thing is, things keeps on refreshing. You keep on getting new things, which continue making your brain exciting and lying to your brain that there is something, that there is another good coming, and there is another good coming. And so your brain will continue keeping you there, waiting for that good and exciting thing, and it's not coming. It's just you refreshing, scrolling, refreshing, but you are not even reaching at the end, because that is how they are meant. So they are not friendly. That is another awareness that you should put in your brain, that whenever I get on these social apps, they are not friendly for my brain. So you have to foster the habit of, if you really have to be on these social apps, ask yourself before even you log in, what is my priority to this app? For example, maybe you want to go and check out on a recipe. You go, you check out on the recipe, and after you're done checking out on that recipe, your priority is done. So if your priority is done, it's also for you to switch off or log out of that social and go now, be it cooking that food, or go connect with other people physically, or go do another activity, but not finishing your priorities then getting in the distraction of whatever it is that now the social apps have for you. So you have to have the habit of remembering and also reminding your brain every second. You have to remind your brain that this is not friendly for me, and this is not healthy for my brain. Another solution concerning on how the layouts are made is having a to-do list. And having a to-do list is, once you are done with the priority that took you in that app, maybe it's a course that you are maybe to receive from a certain account, you receive that course, you go in your to-do list, you tick that I've taken that course, and now you remind yourself it's time to get off that app, and maybe I study this course, or maybe you go and do another activity. The fifth one is, and I talked about this when I was starting, they are competing for your attention. And I'm going to give an example with parenting. Now, if you are a parent and you are struggling to quit social media, or you are struggling to balance between the social apps and your family, you should be able to foster this habit. You have to realize as a parent, your kids are not going to be the same age as they are right now. So you have to know, where should my attention be? Is it on these social apps, or is it me coming home from work and connecting with my kids and having an ample time? Because these kids will be grown within very few years. They'll be adults. They'll be teenagers. And once they are teenagers, when they start separating from you and they are not listening, you start wondering what is wrong. You start assuming, oh, they are just teenagers. They are not just teenagers. It is the way you are showing them right now when they are kids, when they are babies. You are not giving them attention, which is very crucial to them, for them to grow up with good self-esteem, and for them to even grow up knowing that if I'm loved, then I don't have to go seeking attention or love from the wrong people. So as a parent, you should realize that these social apps are also fighting for your attention, and they are also don't care about unity of people. So you have to know that there is a separation that is being made through these social apps, and you should be very much aware of when you are using the phone. And if you have to get on those social apps, the habits that I can encourage you to adopt is, there is a well-being app for Android, and for Apple, it is called Health App and Digital Well-being. But you can set time whereby you can set maybe 40 minutes or 10 minutes, and once you are done with those 10 minutes, it locks you out of that social media until maybe, according to the time that you have set, maybe after 24 hours, it's when you are going to get 10 more other minutes to get on social media. So that now you cut out that distraction of being in social media and the social media getting your attention, and you being alert enough and being aware enough that my attention is needed by my family and my children. The sixth one is, can you get bored? This is something that people never practice. People are always busy with distractions. So the habit that I want you to foster is getting bored in a way of, can you take a walk? If you're not going to take a walk, can you visit your community where all of you can do something together, and something that is helping your brain grow, and also helping you as a community to connect together? Maybe it is planting trees. Maybe it is going to see visiting a children's home and maybe offering them something, or maybe offering to clean for them. Maybe it is cleaning the environment as a community, you clean it together. Maybe it is visiting the sick in the hospital, or maybe it is enrolling maybe in a yoga class, in gym class, in cooking classes. All these things that you may have an interest on, you can go start doing them, so that you foster that habit of doing these activities and keeping the brain now from getting the dopamine that it has been getting from this social, and thereby rewiring your brain now to making it foster something else new and forgetting the social apps. The last one is seeking support. And seeking support with the people that are doing the same thing to be able to help themselves. Whereby you can reach out to people maybe in your school, maybe in your communities, or maybe in your workplace, or maybe even in your house. You can start forming maybe with your spouse, or maybe with your teenagers, or maybe with your sisters and brothers. You can form a group whereby you can decide, okay, this is how we are now going to start, and look for ways to occupy yourselves instead of being on the socials.